You have to have toughness. You got to be tougher than everybody that we play. It's going to be difficult. Everybody here has got to have a lot of mental toughness.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Nick Saban Show, brought to you by Truckworks, along with the head coach of the Crimson Tide. I'm Chris Stewart. Coach, congratulations. A great way to start the year with a 55-0 victory over Utah State.
Well, you want to use every opportunity that you have, starting with the first game, to try to create an identity as a team and also as a player. And I think we had some guys that did a really, really good job. They had really good mental intensity, played with good toughness. We were physical. The first group was very disciplined in how they played. We only had one penalty, when the first group was in there. So I was really pleased with the way we executed and the way we played. And I was concerned that because there was so much talk about the game next week, that players wouldn't focus on this game. And they did a really, really good job of that. The one thing that I was a little disappointed in is I challenged the younger players on our team yesterday and said, are you ready to take advantage of your opportunity when you get it? And we had a lot of guys get to play, and some of them did okay, but some of them made some critical errors and mistakes where we had like 5 penalties or 6 penalties when the 2s were in there. So they have to learn that I got to take advantage of opportunity when I get it, so I got to get ready to do it every day in practice. So it was a good lesson for them to learn. So the biggest thing is can we stack some positive performance on this and keep the momentum going, because we're going to have a lot tougher opponents in the future.
You talk about first-time players. You had a lot of those among your first-line guys and seemed to step up and do well for you.
Oh, they did really well. Kobe Prentice did well, but he's played well, took advantage of his opportunity. He's playing because JoJo got hurt, and he's done a really, really good job. But the receiver corps did a good job. Bryce did a good job. Offensive line, I think that we made some big plays. We knew it was going to be big little with the way they play defense and how much they stunt. But hopefully we can get a little more consistency, in the runs that we have.
A good start to this ballgame, as we'll see as we take a look at the first half highlights.
Show Bryce's number so we can complete the pass.
After the bank first down, Bama looks downfield, catch made Prentice inside the 10. Waiting on the snap from Darian Downcourt. Here it comes. Looking left, looking, throwing across the middle. Catch made. We miss it in at their own 25-yard line. The handoff does indeed go to Tyler. He will have nowhere to go.
Nice pick up first down.
To the bank first down. Again, they swing it out. Prentice. Another bank first down. Play clock down to 3. On the slant, catch is made, stretching and getting into the end zone. Kobe Prentice, touchdown, Alabama. Pistol formation. He'll go play action. He'll look right. He'll throw deep. He's got a man there. Jump ball, 1 by. Second, and don't run that play again for Utah State. They'll hand it off up the middle. A gain is once more Young will work. A running back behind him, play action to him. Stepping up in the pocket, now will run it. Gets across the 25-30. First down the sideline. Midfield, he's looking for a block. 30, 25-20. Cuts it back, hesitates, jukes, and thankfully the single setback from the pistol. The handoff made, no. Play action, catch made. Touchdown, Jermaine Burton on the receiving end. 1, and they just get the snap off in time. The handoff is made. The junior out of Hueytown waiting. Snap delivered. Throwing left side. Williams catch made 5. Cuts it back with a play clock under 10. Gets the snap. Looks left. Throws. Catch made. Trying to break a tackle. Doing so.
Coach, quick out of the gate. A field goal on your first drive. Touchdowns the rest of the way.
Well, I thought the first group did a really, really good job in the first half. I mean, in defense, I think they had 1 first down, maybe 2, not 100 yards total. We scored first 9 times we got the ball on offense, even though the first time was a field goal. After that, Bryce was responsible for 4 or 5 touchdowns. We had 4 or 5 different receivers, catch passes. 3 guys caught 5. So I thought the first half domination on both sides of the ball was really, really good, and I was really pleased with that.
41-0 the score at the break. We'll come back and check out the second half highlights next here on the Nick Saban Show, brought to you by Truckworks. Coach, the fans and we all love to hear what your message was at halftime.
It was a pretty simple message. With the score being what it was, I wanted to make sure that everyone who started the game learned how to come out and play the second half. Sometimes you got to sort of reestablish your energy and your mindset, your mental intensity when games get like that. But you always have to do that at halftime and come out and play the second half. So I wanted the starters to come out and play well in the second half and get a good start. And then I challenged the other players, as I told you before, a lot of guys are going to get to play. Are you going to be able to take advantage of your opportunity when you get to play?
Let's take a look, Coach, at those second half highlights.
Setback is Gibbs. Handoff goes to him. Running room midfield. 45, 40, 30. Cuts it back. 20, 15. Still on his feet. Gibbs moving to the right side. He'll look that direction. He'll run, though. Will Bryce Young. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it took about that long because he walked into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. Upcoming for the Aggies. Quarterback keep this time. Again, Williams.
They've been executing flawlessly tonight.
On 3rd and long, the handoff is made, and there's
Defense just getting after it.
Constantly putting it away for the 7th time. Coming from Constantly, and this is a boomer that sends Kool-Aid back to the 15. Changes direction. You don't want to tell
Please don't.
3rd and 9 upcoming. Milrow stepping up in the pocket, dumps it off right side. Catch made. That's Sanders. Freshman year, Jace McClellan, the running back. They'll go play action. They'll roll right. He'll dump it off to Burton, getting the first down before
This year, this offense.
Milrow gets the snap from the pistol, dumps it off across the middle. Nice catch made. McClellan, 10, 5, touchdown, Alabama. To the right side, 1 to the left. Play action, rolling, Lega trying to avoid the rush, throws it left side. It's quarterback. He did not start the game. Logan Bonner did. A keeper by the quarterback. 2nd down and about 3. Milrow looking left, now looking down the middle of the field. He's got a man that is going to be picked.
Coach, in a win like this, a lot of different ways you could go.
Yeah, well, I think that the things are pretty obvious, that the fact that a lot of guys got to play is really important for the development of our team. What those guys are going to learn and how that's going to help them grow and develop, because we're going to need those guys. We need this depth on our team. We need more people who can play with the winning performance on a consistent basis. And the way you get that is guys get experience, they see what they need to work on, and everybody on our team can work on something. Everybody can get better. Bryce played great today. We had some receivers that played outstanding. The defense only gave up like 62 yards when the ones were in there. But we're going to play against better competition. We're going to be more challenged, and people have got to use the opportunities to improve and create these kind of habits by stacking their performance. And that's the challenge for all of us, and that's a challenge for our team. And I like this team, though, and I think we have good leadership, and I think we'll have a lot of guys reinforce that to the players in practice every day so we can get better.
55-0, the final Alabama winner in its opener over Utah State. We've got a lot more coming your way. Stay with us here on the Nick Saban Show, presented by Truckworks. Coach, where was the turning point for you in this one?
I think the way we started. I think the energy, the enthusiasm, the execution that we had with the ones in the first half was just, really good. I mean, you want to play well in the opening game. We got a great start. Hopefully, we can build on that. But scoring 9 times when you have the ball and only giving up 62 yards or something on defense is a great start. And I think that was the turning point. I think one of the things in this game, I told our players, this team won 11 games last year, so they're used to winning. So we got to kind of show them they can't win. And I thought our players really did a good job of that early in the game.
One of the amazing things about what you've been able to do at Alabama and throughout your career is keep consistency with your staff and yet keep the look of the staff fresh at the same time. You've got a gentleman in Coleman Hutzler that joins you as special teams and outside linebackers coach.
Yeah, he's got great energy and enthusiasm. He's a really good special teams coach, does a great job with the fundamentals. I know we messed up a punt today, but that was an error by a player, and those things happen. So it was good execution on their part. We got to get that fixed, but Coleman has done a fantastic job of getting our players to want to play on special teams because of his energy and enthusiasm. And I think that's one of the areas that we really wanted to improve from a year ago. He's a good person. I love his energy. Does a great job with the defensive players and outside backer as well. So it's great.
We're going to learn more about him here. Going Mercedes-Benz All Access.
Right? We are striking this thing. Right, where this pad is in the center, I'm putting my hips.
You know, I've known since a young age that I wanted to be a coach, probably around 5th grade. Family of coaches, teachers, and so you know, that experience of playing for my dad, seeing the effect that he had not only on myself but also on teammates and other young men was inspiring. I feel like all my jobs and all the people that I've worked for have, in one way or another, prepared me to work for Coach Saban. Obviously, the opportunity to work for him and to learn from him on a daily basis is a great experience. I mean, the attention to detail, you know, obviously as a special teams coordinator is huge, and so, you know, that's something obviously Coach Saban is big on, the details every day, and being, you know, a great teacher and really putting your players in the best position to go have success. My philosophy as a coach, it's one about relating to the players, connecting with the players. I tell my guys all the time that don't talk about it, be about it. Through our actions, you know, through my actions, I want to show them that I'm here for them, both on and off the field.
Great first step. Great first step.
Yeah, I mean, I joke all the time that I must have done something in my previous life to, you know, to be able to come into the situation, you know, this year at Alabama and this room of outside linebackers. Will Anderson's a great player. He was blessed with a ton of ability by, you know, mom, dad, and the big man upstairs, but he also has the mindset of a true champion and the mindset of a hard worker, relentless, you know, great work ethic and attitude towards every day and towards the meeting room and practice and walk through every phase of the game and every part of his game. It's been great, obviously, working, you know, with him since coming here, and excited for the season.
Let's go, man!
My wife and I, maiden name Kobe Shoji, we met at Stanford University. She was the director of ops for women's volleyball there. We say all the time we're half football, half volleyball. You know, she's been my rock and my support, you know, throughout this journey, and obviously couldn't do it with anybody else. Got 2 beautiful kids who love to, you know, be outside and love every sport, and they play everything and do everything, and we're a very active family, and you know, obviously have loved the transition to Tuscaloosa.
Let's go! All moves we move, let's go.
Very excited to be a part of this program, and obviously to be here on the right side of things for game day. I've been across the sideline, but you know, really excited to run out of the tunnel and you know, experience game day here at Alabama. Our fans are good as it gets. There is no better, and so look forward to Saturday.
Coach, time for our play of the game, brought to us by CB&S Bank.
Well, one of the things that's very popular to play now down in the red zone, in the low red zone, which we consider inside the 12-yard line, is people will play man-to-man, but they have 1, 2, 3, 4 backers in the box and 4 down guys, or they'll play a 5-3, either way. Well, these guys you call cutout guys. They're supposed to come out here and play zone, all right, and cut out and play zone to help those 3 guys over there that are all playing man-to-man. We call that stick coverage. All right, so because there's no sense in having a middle field safety because there's no room in the field. So when you run RPOs down there, or you go and run a dive play, watch how these guys that are supposed to be cutting out and helping these guys fill the gaps on the downhill run. So aggressive because the ball's on the 2-yard line. So Bryce is reading this. He's seeding the ball. He's reading this backer right here, and he knows if this guy plugs like this and they fill downhill, that he's going to be able to hit one of these three guys on the slant. So, you know, Jermaine Burton does a really good job on the play getting inside the guy, and Bryce does a great job of reading it. But stick coverage, man, it's tough when you run RPOs.
Coach, this is the first time we've ever done a player feature where it's on a kid that I've actually held when he was a baby. I've known Will Reichard his entire life, friends with his family. Excited to see him have the success that he's had.
Well, he had a fantastic day today. He kicked every ball out of the end zone, so we didn't have to really cover any kickoffs, which is a tremendous weapon. He was perfect on field goals, perfect on extra points. You know, I still am amazed that in a 2020 season, he didn't miss a single kick. I've never had that anywhere in my career, where a guy went through the whole season, made every extra point, every field goal. And that he's been really, really consistent. His performance is great. His attitude is great. He's such a positive guy to have on the team, and what a great person.
Wonderful person indeed. Let's learn more about Will Reichard.
Good spot after the good snap, and the kick is up and good.
I just graduated this past May in business management. I plan on, at some point opening my own business down the road, and then right now I'm in graduate school, sports hospitality management, so I'm really excited for that as well. I chose to come to Alabama because I couldn't turn down playing for the greatest coach of all time. I was an in-state kid. I wasn't really an Alabama fan growing up, but now that I've been here, I'm an Alabama fan for life. When I first came in, our long snapper, Thomas Fletcher, was probably in the same spot as I am now, was a leader on the team, and it really brought me under his wing and kind of showed me what it was to be a leader as a specialist. So I think I've kind of embraced that role and learned a lot from him in order to kind of be that leader for our specialist group as far as and as the team. I get to interact with Coach Hutzler a lot. He's very energetic. We talk on a daily basis. And, I think he's going to be really good for us this year. He brings a lot of energy. He knows a lot about special teams. And I think he's going to be a big help to our group. When I first wanted to start playing in the NFL, when I was at the end of middle school, when I really started to get serious about kicking, I kind of quit playing soccer, quit playing basketball, and football was my only focus. So that was when the dream started that I wanted to play in the NFL.
The kick on the way, good from 52 yards. Will Reichard, a new career long in college.
My longest field goal in a game here is 52. I hit a 54-yarder in high school in a game, and then in practice I've hit a 72. Now that I'm in college, I really don't try to go back that far because it's just not realistic. You're not really ever going to get a chance to try that far. So really it was just in high school when I was messing around and just trying to see how far I could go back. But you never know. If it's a really good day and you have some wind behind you, you can hit some far ones. Winning a national championship by far was the best moment. I only have one, and most people that come here have one or more. So I think that's something that we're striving for this year. So that was a big highlight. Both of the SEC championships that we've won was really big because I know a lot of other people that go to other schools don't have that opportunity. So those were probably the three biggest highlights of my career. To the fans, I thank you so much for your support. Roll Tide.
Coach, time for us to take a look at what's next, and no surprise for everybody, it's a trip to Austin to take on the Texas Longhorns.
Well, Texas has great tradition. I think Sark's done an outstanding job there. They got off to a great start last year and kind of tailed off a little at the end of the season. They had a great recruiting year. They got a lot of good players. Obviously, we hadn't seen, this year's game. They played today and had a big win, 52-10 or something. So this is going to be a challenging game. And it's always interesting to see how your team responds on the road. But we'll have to play really good football against this football team to be successful. And but these are the kind of games that our guys come to Alabama to play in. So we're looking forward to the challenge.
Always appreciate your time. Congratulations again on the 55-0 win over Utah State. And we'll see you next week right here on the Nick Saban Show presented by Truckworks.
The Nick Saban Show is brought to you by Coke with zero sugar and refreshingly delicious. Is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. And by the University of Alabama, where legends are made. And by Trustmark, people you trust, advice that works.